Okay, so ayun, good day everyone. So let's talk about the Microsoft SQL Server. So what we're going to learn today is how to create a database and of course how to create a table and add a records doon sa database natin. So yung gagawin natin dito sa ating SQL Server is somewhat different doon sa ginawa natin before, which is to code manually on how to create a database and how to manage our tables. So I'm assuming that we have installed our Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So mine is 2019 version. But okay lang kahit anong version kasi magkakapareho naman tayo or somewhat similar naman yung mga IDE natin. Okay? So meron lang sigurong konting pagbabago. Okay? So first na magpapakita kapag inopen natin yung ating SQL Server Management Studio is itong Connect to Server window form. So dito sa part na to, kung wala kayong nakikita sa part ng server name, so meron tayong kailangan na i-connect. Now, the server name, na yung server name natin, parang ito yung nagpro-provide kung saan tayo magko-connect. Okay? Parang ito na yung local natin, local host natin. Okay? Now for me, kung makikita natin yung server name ko, laptop 75 kev QRS slash SQL Express. Now, etong laptop 75 kev, ito yung pangalan ng aking device. Okay? Now, ano yung gamit ng server name? Bakit natin nilalagyan ng device name? Now, let's say for example, our server is from different device. So, syempre, itong server name natin, papalitan natin ng pangalan. Yung ilalagay mo is yung pangalan ng device na pagkokonekan natin. Now, since yung device na pagkokonekan ko is itong laptop ko mismo, so syempre, yung ilalagay ko na server name is yung server name ng aking laptop. Now, to know the server name of your laptop, punta lang kayo doon sa properties of your this PC. For example, punta lang kayo sa File Explorer, right-click lang natin yung ating this PC. Right-click lang natin and then click lang natin yung properties. Doon natin makikita yung ating server name. So, ito yung aking server name. Device name, laptop 75 kev. Okay? So, ayun, kung hindi naman kayo familiar or kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung pangalan ng inyong laptop and you don't know how to locate the server name, we can use a period. Period slash SQL Express. Okay? So, yung period na yan, sinasabi na local host siya. Meaning, yung sa device name niya na mismo. Yan yung shortcut ng device name natin. Now, to be safe, yung ginagamit natin is yung device name talaga ng ating laptop. Okay? Pero okay lang din yung period. So, i-connect ko na siya. Wala na tayong babaguhin dyan. I-connect lang natin. So, kay after connection, so mayroong mag-a-appear dito sa ating left panel, which is the Object Explorer. So, marami tayong makikitang folders dito. So, dito sa part na to, makikita yung ating server, and then databases, security. Now, wag na wag tayong magde-delete ng mga folders. Okay? Kasi ito na ay ginawa na ng system upon installation. So, yung gagaliwin lang natin dito is the database folder. Okay? So, if I try to expand my database, makikita natin na marami ng database na na-create. Okay? So, actually, in creating a database is different doon sa ginagawa natin before. Okay? Sa pag-create natin ng database, right-click lang natin yung folder na database and then new database. Okay, so parang nag-create lang tayo ng folder. So right-click the database and then click lang natin yung new database. So yun yung una nating step on how to create a database. So dito mare-redirect tayo. Let's try to name our database. So let's say for example, I want to name my database DB demo version. Okay? DB underscore demo version. Okay? So, yan yung pangalan na ng ating database. Wala na tayong gagalawin, i-okay ko lang siya. Okay? I'll just have to press the OK, and then automatically, meron ka nang na-create na database. So, yon, nakagawa na tayo ng isang database. Now, the problem is, how can we create a table inside our database? So, kung titignan natin yung mga different databases dito, let's say for example, itong DBRMS, and expand natin yung tables, marami tayong tables na makikita. We have the TBL archive, audit trail, TBL chat. So, yun yung sinasabi ko noon na in every database, pwede tayong makapag-create ng mga maraming tables. So, ganun din yung gagawin natin ngayon. So, dito sa part ng ating db underscore demo version or demo version, click lang natin yung plus sign to expand. So, meron tayong makre-create or may magpapakitang mga another subfolders of the database. Now, etong mga subfolders na to, may kanya-kanya siyang functions. Again, do not delete yung mga folders na yan. Okay? Yung gagalawin lang natin is the tables. Okay? Now, sa tables na yan, to create a table, all we have to do is to right-click the tables, the folder, and then click new, and then table. Okay? So, ganun lang siya. Parang nag-create lang tayo ng folder. Hindi na kailangan na mag-code like create table and then we'll have to specify yung mga data. Okay? So, dito sa part na to, sa pag-create natin ng table, magpapakita na yung ating mga kailangan na i-fill up. For example, we will be creating a table for our students. So, ano yung mga kailangan natin? So, sample column names natin, syempre, we have to add yung ating primary key. So, ito yung i-note natin. Do not forget to add a primary key or a unique identifier sa mga tables na create natin. Okay, that will serve as the identifier in each table. Okay, student ID and then supposed to be int yung gagamitin natin. Pero hindi natin alam, baka mas lumaki yung ating table. Baka hanggang 1 million plus na yung records natin. So, I will be using big int. Okay? So, since yung primary key natin is hindi dapat blanco yung laman niya, i-uncheck ko yung allow nulls. And then, gusto ko siyang iset as primary key. Right click ko lang yung aking column name, right click lang natin and meron tayong makikitang set primary key. Or, kung pupunta tayo dito sa kanyang ribbon, meron tayong makikitang key na icon or yung, ayun, toolbook. So, click lang natin yan. Merong magpapakitang key doon sa left ng ating column name. Meaning, siya na yung ating primary key. Okay? Now, kailangan nating iset yung ating primary key na nag-o-auto increment. Okay? Punta lang tayo doon sa properties. So, ito, sa ating right panel, meron tayong makikitang identity column. Click lang natin yung drop-down button and we can see yung student ID. Pag click natin yan, automatically, si student ID ay nag-auto-increment na siya. So, when I say auto-increment, every time na mag-add tayo ng records, nagpa-plus 1 yung ating student ID. Okay? Now, kung wala kayong makitang properties dyan, for example, wala tayong properties dyan, kung paano natin hahanapin, click lang natin yung view. Okay? Hanapin natin yung properties window, then click lang natin, magpapakita yung ating property window. Okay? So, ayan. Yung Object Explorer and then the property window. Next, what if gusto kong lagyan ng full name or last name of the student? So again, nvar yung gagamitin natin. So nvar and then let's set it as not null. Okay? So i-uncheck ko lang yung allow nulls. Meaning, hindi siya dapat null or hindi dapat siya blanco. Then we also have the first name, and then set it as envar. Click lang natin yung allow nulls. Ayan, check lang natin. Then we have the middle name. So, envar ulit siya. So, i-allow natin siya na siya ay blanco. Okay? Then next, we have the, for example, birth date. So, yung gagamitin natin dyan is date. Pwede rin namang date time, pero it depende sa inyo. Then, gamit tayo ng age. So, we'll be using age column. Let's add. So, that will be an int. And ano pa ba yung mga kailangan natin? So, gender. So, yung kailangan natin sa gender, let's try envar na lang muna. Okay? So, ito yung mga columns na gusto kong i-add sa ating tables. Now, etong part na to, tinatawag natin to na table design. Meaning, dinedesign na natin yung structure ng ating tables. Okay? So, after that, kailangan lang natin siyang i-save. So, do not forget to save your work. Okay? Ito yung lagi nating tatandaan. Every time na meron tayong ginawa, you have to save it. Hindi ito nag-automatically save. Especially sa table design natin. Okay? Save lang natin yan. So, click lang natin yung save and let's name it as TBL students. Okay? Now, make it a practice na every time that we create a table, use a plural form. Kasi alam naman natin na in each table, we will be adding a lots of records. Kaya, nagpo-plural form tayo para hindi malito yung mga nagbabasa sa ating table. Okay? Enter a new name. Okay lang natin yan. So kung mapapansin ninyo, doon sa kanyang title tab, eto, naging TBL students na. So if I'll try to expand the tables here sa left, magpapakita na supposed to be si TBL students. Now, eto yung mostly na common mistakes ng mga students natin. Kung meron silang nakitang DBO.table students sa ine-example ko, yung pinapangalan nila sa kanilang tables ay DBO.table students. Na yung DBO period dyan is automatically na ina-add ng ating system. So you don't have to add a DBO.table students. Okay? Simply TBL students. So yun yung mga kailangan nating i-note. Okay, pwede na natin itong i-exit. So we have created a database. We also created a table. Next na gagawin natin is how can we add a record doon sa table natin? How can we update or how can we delete? So right click lang natin yung table na gusto nating i-edit and edit top 200 rows. Okay? Doon sa mga higher versions, to edit our tables, yung click nila is edit top 200 rows. Pero if you are using the 2005 versions, yung makikita mo dyan ay open table. So you'll have to click the open table. Okay? Huwag tayong malilito kung wala kayong makitang edit top 200 rows. Kasi sa lower versions, open table yung nagpapakita. Okay? Click lang natin yan. Automatically, nandun na tayo sa view table view ng ating tables. Okay? So kung paano tayo mag-insert ng record doon sa table natin before is to insert into TBL students values. So kung ganun yung ginagawa natin before, yung gagawin na lang natin ngayon is to type kung ano yung mga gusto natin. Now, this only applies sa ating DBMS, okay? Kasi when it comes to our programming side, you'll have to use again the SQL codes. So for now, for the meantime, since nakikita natin yung database, pwede natin siyang manipulate ng ganito. Okay, huwag tayong malilito na hindi na natin kailangan yung SQL commands. Okay, we will be needing that in the future. Okay, for example, I will be adding Raralio and then first name natin, Darwin. Middle name is Gapusan. Birth date is 03-06-1999. Age is 26. Then gender is male. So, etong color red na nagpapakita dito, huwag kayong kabahan. Kasi meaning, hindi pa siya nasa-save. So, upon pressing enter, so click ko lang yung enter, press ko lang, automatic na nag-number yung 1 natin. So, in that way, nakakapag-insert tayo ng table. Nakakapag-insert tayo ng record, I should say. So, for example, mag-add ulit tayo ng another record. So, Raralyo, for example, Darrell, Gapusan, and then same birthday, 03, the 06, 1999, so 26, and then Well, enter lang natin. So notice our student ID ay nag-auto increment. Okay? So that is how we add a record doon sa ating tables. Next, how can we update? Kung gusto natin siyang i-update, click lang natin yung cell and then palitan lang natin siya. Okay? For example, Darela. Enter lang natin. So, si system na yung gumagawa or sana yung nagpe-query mismo. Automatic na siya. Okay, so hindi na tayo mahihirapan. For example, if I want to delete, right-click lang natin yung column and then delete. So, syempre, pag nagde-delete tayo, sabi niya dito, click yes to permanently delete these rows. So, ito yung lagi nating tatandaan ulit na every time na nagde-delete tayo doon sa ating database, hindi na natin siya maibabalik. Hindi na natin siya maya-undo. Okay? Kaya doon sa enterprise-based na database or yung mga companies na malalawak na yung database nila, before nila uh, before nila minamanipulate yung database nila, nagtra-transaction sila and then nagko-commit. So for now, hindi muna natin gagawin yon kasi simple lang yung ginagawa natin. Okay? So if I try to click yes, ayun, deleted na siya. And for example, mag-add ako dito sa ating last name lang. And if I press enter, sinabi niya doon, no rows updated kasi nga yung ginawa natin kanina na design is dapat hindi null yung ating first name, birth date, age, at saka gender. Di ba? Kaya, yung mangyayari, hindi yan may update. For example, maglalagay ako dito, and then 12, 12, 12, and let's try to add 56, and female. Enter lang. Ayun, nakapag-enter tayo. Okay? Now, yung student ID natin, naging 4 na siya. Okay? Supposed to be 3. Now, every time na may fail kasi, hindi natin alam, baka meron siyang na-add. Okay? So, you don't have to worry kapag yung student ID natin, yung primary key natin, ay hindi naka-order yung numbers. For example yan, 1, 4. Okay? So, do not worry about that kasi nag-auto-increment naman siya. Kaya ginagawa lang niya na ganyan para hindi maulit yung mga student ID natin. Okay? So, ganun tayo mag-create ng database. That is how we create a database, how to create a tables, and how to add a records doon sa table natin. Okay, so yun lang yung ating tutorials for these videos. But if you want to manually insert a records, delete, and then retrieve a records, if you want to practice the SQL codes na hindi natin minamanipulate ng ganito, you can simply try to click yung SQL doon sa ating tables. For example, open natin, edit up to 100 rows. Click lang natin yung SQL pane dyan and pwede na tayong mag-query dito. For example, gusto kong mag-delete, delete from TBL students where student ID is equal to 4. So, kung iraran ko yan, well, let's try to run that using ito. Run lang natin, execute. So, sabi dyan, one row affected by last query. So, since hindi natin makita yung output, kailangan natin siyang i-retrieve by using select statement. So, kailangan ko siyang select asterisk from TBL students. So, kung i-execute ko ulit yan, magpapakita na yung ating tables. So, syempre, isa na lang yung record kasi nga, dinelete natin siya kanina. So, if I try to use insert into TBL students, kailangan natin yung last name, first name, then middle name, we also have to add the birth date, age, at saka gender, and followed by values. So, enter ko na lang yan. Values, ano yung ilalagay natin? For example, admin, comma, administrator, comma, and middle name natin is Ada. So, sample lang to ha. And for our birth date, kailangan maglagay na lang tayo ng 12, 12, 12, comma, and then age is 23, then male. So, try natin kung gagana siya. Okay? So, baka meron lang tayong kamali. So, just to be safe, copy-paste lang natin yan. And let's try to execute it. So, invalid. Please insert into clause the following graphically. Continue lang natin yan. First name, middle name, birthday, age, gender, values, admin. Okay, check lang natin. Character, baka meron tayong nakalimutan. Ayun, apostrophe, nakalimutan natin yan. So, execute ulit natin. Int is incompatible with date. Okay, check natin yan. So, let's try to change this. So, sometimes kasi, try natin ng dash. Execute lang ulit natin yan. And operand dash in is compatible with date. Okay, so ano yung gusto niya? Age, ada 12, 12, 12, 23, male. Okay, check natin. Supposed to be okay yan eh. Okay, let's try using apostrophe 12, 12 slash 12. Okay, see, and execute lang natin. One row affected. So, ganun pala dito sa part ng ano, sa ating date, kailangan lagyan ng apostrophe. Okay? So, dun sa programming natin kasi, hindi na natin kailangan lagyan ng apostrophe, pero medyo sensitive yung ating database management. So, dito sa part na to, let's try to select it ulit. Select asterisk from TBL students, and then let's try to execute. Ayan, nandun na si admin, administrator, ADA 12 to 12, 23, and then mail. Now, if I want to update naman, update. So, update TBL students, set age is equal to 14. Let's say, for example, hindi muna tayo gagamit ng work clause para i-check natin kung magbabago lahat. Okay? Update TBL students, set age is equal to 14. Okay? So, execute lang natin yan. 2 rows affected. Now, if I'll try to retrieve it again, select asterisk from TBL students, and execute natin siya, ayun, naging 14 na lahat ng kanyang age. So, that's why it is important na when updating, especially kapag specific lang yung gusto nating update, do not forget the work clause. Okay? So, parang sa delete lang yan na hindi na natin maia-undo yung ating na-update. So, walang control Z dito sa ating DBMS. Okay? So, ayun. Anyway, meron naman na tayong shortcut method. Gusto ko lang ipakita kung gumagana ba yung napag-aralan natin na code sa ating DBMS. Anyway, sa pag-create natin ng database dito sa SQL, mainly ganun lang talaga siya. It's up to you to create the columns. Okay? So that's why sinasabi nila in creating a system, mostly the foundation is the database kasi hindi basta-basta dapat binabago yung database natin. So you have to lay the foundation first. Okay? So, parang gumagawa lang ng bahay yan. So, you have to lay the foundations, the frameworks, before mo i-design. Okay? So, ganun yon. So, that's it for today. And I do hope na meron tayong natutunan. And, ayun. Ah, for my students, I want you to screenshots yung mga steps natin. And of course, you have to describe it kung paano ko ginawa. Para naman alam ko na pinanood ninyo and naintindihan natin. Okay? So I will be checking your outputs uh, sa ating MS Teams. Okay? So yun lang muna and that's it for today.